Vivian is a new Ether Anomaly character. She can do a lot of DOT damage over time. She does additional damage from off-field attacks. She can even auto-dodge. Welcome to Vivian Weapons Kit, and let's see what she can do. How do we use Vivian? We just need to know all these mechanics. Auto-dodge, ground state, charge points, floating state, bloom attack, poison state, that's the DOT, and the stacks that we can collect call enhance effect. So let's start from ground stance. Vivian can auto-dodge, and that is something new, but only in the ground stance. And it's only once per stance, but we can enter the stance many times during the fight. We can enter the stance easily by dodge counter, quick assist, so say hello to the Astra, EX special, and after 4th basic attack. There is even more. During the stance we can perform enhance basic that recover charge points. And we can enter floating stance. Now in this stance we can consume all charge points to trigger special move bloom attack, and we can add stacks enhance effect. So during the combat we can switch between normal state, then ground state, and then floating stance. But we can also enter straight away from normal stance to floating stance after chain attack, parry, or ultimate. If we keep Vivi on the field, our job is to collect charge points, consume all these charge points during the floating stance, so we can deal additional damage from bloom attacks and grab some stacks, enhance effect. We know that enhance basic attack during ground stance give charge points, but we can also collect charge points in normal state. 1 after a chain attack or parry, 2 after a special attack, or 4 points after ultimate. So Vivi looks like she may have a lot of variety rotation to collect and spend all these charge points, because we need these stacks for passive. And this is off-field attack. So if Vivi job is done on the field, we can switch to another agent to deal additional off-field damage. Once any squad members trigger EX, then Vivi will consume these stacks to trigger special move bloom attack. To see how this works, let's check core passive. When we hit target with this bloom attack during any attribute anomaly, for example target inflicted by corruption, shock, burn, assault, or freeze, we can trigger additional anomaly damage, more AP then more damage. All of anomalies have different base damage and proc condition, so I will still wait until we get more information for correct numbers and we will see which element will be better, but of course I believe every team should be good as soon as we play 2 anomalies agent. Because for example electric and ether may have a higher base value, but they are conditional and we can lose a lot of proc depending on the situation. Burn is guaranteed but lower base. And back to the core passive, for DOT enjoyers we can also add poison state that deal DOT damage over time. So once we proc attribute anomaly effect on the target, we need to be ready with bloom attack to add DOT ASAP, since once this effect ends, then the target is no longer in poison state. But with anomaly teams, they have a high anomaly mastery, we can add anomaly build up rate, some buffs, and Vivi additional ability we can trigger by another anomaly or same attribute. So doesn't matter if Vivi is on the field or on the field. As soon as she has enhanced effect, then any attribute anomaly effect will proc again the special move bloom attack. On the first look, she may be not main anomaly DPS. I mean, she may be your best damage dealer in your team, depends who we play, but we want to proc other elements first, then proc disorder by corruption, since this will boost disorder damage and we have increased corruption damage caused by entire team. What about Wenjin? If you saved enough and going for the Wenjin, this looks promising. Just from the stats, we have already 90 AP, and more AP means more damage from the core passive. Increase build up rate to proc attribute Anomaly faster, and that is another 120 AP if we keep 6 stacks. For uptime, if Vivi is on the field, we can easily keep these 6 stacks, 100% uptime, and we can get 6 stacks in 3 seconds. On the off-field, she may work too, since she can proc additional damage when she is off-field, but even if we lose all stacks, we can get them back in 3 seconds. For teams, she should shine in 2 Anomaly agents plus support. For core passive and additional ability, we want proc disorder damage by her or another Ether character for additional damage. And I have a question, will she replace Burnies? My answer, I think she'll work great with the Burnies and make both great together. But we'll see, of course, after test. Let me know your thoughts. If you don't have a Burnies, I'll wait for Vivi instead. You know, newest characters are always better to pull. Fight me unless Burnies is your wife, of course. If you Anomaly collector like me, then you can easily skip new NB and Trigger and wait for Vivi. What about teams? For Electro, Yanagi could play on the field. For physical, surely Vivi will save Jane, yeah? And for free-to-play option, Piper is a good choice. Frost, well, you know how it is. Miyabi can play alone, and if we add Astra and Vivi, dude, okay, move on. Flame, that is Burnies, and Vivi wombo combo off-field damage. For Ether element, this should be Vivi as a off-field and Astra plus another Anomaly agent on the field. Hehe, what about triple Anomaly teams? Burnies plus Vivi as an off-field DPS and Miyabi as a main DPS. I think support plus 2 Anomaly agent will be still better, but we'll find out later. What about crit DPS teams like Harumasa, Zhu Yuan or Ellen Hu? I mean Ellen Zhou. Yeah, I don't think this will be recommended because we want second Anomaly character to proc disorder often, and we want to keep Vivi to proc disorder from corruption for additional damage. And for the final question, what about crit build for Vivian? From core passive, she wants AP to boost her additional damage, so I don't think crit build ends for her well. Once she enters the banner, we can enjoy 2 characters with DOT. This will be the Burnies and Vivi. Let me know your thoughts, and thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.